Hello everyone, welcome to the live webinar of the PlatinCoin Group AG, short PLC. So my name is Bea and I'm from Germany. A warm welcome to our new guests and of course to all the partners of PLC. So within that webinar, I'm going to tell you a lot of things about the PLC Group AG. There will be two parts. In the first part, you will get information about the PLC, and in the second part, you will get the marketing plan. I'll explain the marketing plan for you. All right. There's something I'd like to say beforehand, so don't worry if you don't understand everything, especially if you are new on topics like the blockchain technology, digital currencies, or network marketing. So this webinar gives you just the first idea of what PLC is and why it is so unique and special. And of course, how you can earn money as a PLC partner. Right. First of all, I would like to introduce to you the PLC founders, the directors, the three business owners. So here you can see on the left-hand side, that's Alexander Reinhardt. He is the CEO of the PlatinCoin Group AG. Then next to him, that's Maxime Bederov and Dennis Bederov, so they are brothers. Mr. Maxime Bederov, he is the CFO, so F stands for Financial Director. And then Mr. Dennis Bederov, he is the Technical Director. And you can see there is there are quite a lot of people working for them. So there are around about 50 employees, 50 specialists. They are IT specialists, blockchain specialists, developers mainly. So of course there are a few people who are running the offices. Right, on the next one, you can see where it is situated. So you can see some details of the PLC Group AG and where it is registered, situated and located. So it's in Switzerland. You can see here all the different different things, like here the internet page. You can find it on platincoin.com. Be careful, registration is only possible by using a referral link at the moment. The start is just about to come. After the start, of course, it's possible to register directly on the page. So whoever invited you to this webinar, if you want to become a partner, just talk to the person who invited you. I'm sure he or she will help you and support you in all the details. Now, I would like to take us all back into time a little bit. Let's think about the beginning of the internet, how all started in the 90s. We couldn't even imagine back then that the invention of the internet could change the world and even change all our daily lives that tremendously. And I really think that the invention of the blockchain technology in 2009, and with it the cryptocurrencies, can also change and influence the world again. And that's what we are talking about today. So PLC is one part of it, one part of that great revolution. In the late 90s and early 2000s, it has been, well, a kind of wild, wild west feeling. The newborn internet produced many millionaires and even billionaires. Well, just think about the founders of Google, Facebook, Napster. You can see them here, just some of them, Amazon, and so on. So there is something, I thought about it, but there is something all of these people have in common. And well, they realized that tremendous potential of the internet in that time. And they took their chance and they just went their way. All right, you have probably heard of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin was the first digital currency that appeared in 2009 and was also the birth of the blockchain technology. So back then, the worth of one Bitcoin was only a few cents. Some crazy, maybe wise, but definitely lucky people bought some 100 coins in 2009. As you can see, one Bitcoin costs today about, well, it depends, but it's around about $2,500 at the moment. All right, Bitcoin was intended to be a coin for everyone in that time. It was intended to be suitable for the mass without being dependent on states and banks. So that was the point back then, to be not dependent on states and banks. So that means there is no trust in people anymore. There is trust in technology. Well, between 2009 and today, other digital currency appeared, of course, but there are mainly 6 problems they all have in common. And because of these 6 problems, these coins can't really be used by each and every one at the moment. And they can't be used everywhere. So it's still a side issue, an issue maybe for speculators on the stock market mainly. Right here you can see these 6 no's, so the 6 problems of crypto industry today. First of all, there are at the moment there are no really modern technologies, and there are no or mainly no coins outlets. So just a few shops and a few restaurants take the coin, so you can't really buy something with it. There is no community. You can't really get in contact with each other, with the whole Bitcoin community or Ethereum community or whatever. So that is hard. There is another point. There are no assets. So it's just a matter of speculation at the moment. And there's really no bank independence. And last but not least, there often is no legality. So we go into detail about these things just now. So the founders of the PLC Group AG, they have thought about these problems, how they could solve them, and they have found solutions. So all these 6 things were solved so far. So they have disruptive technologies, innovative technologies. So they're even patented. So they have patents on little devices in the apps and things like that. So that is very new. There is a huge community coming. So we are already around about 50,000 people, and it's not started yet. So there will be a big community where we can meet in the social platform and talk to each other. There are real assets. We will come to that in detail a bit later. There will be a global sales market, an online store where you can really use the coins. And there will be a banking independence. So there will be an institution, a known institution by the PLC Group AG. And they are really operating in the legal field. It's proved by different law firms. All right, let's get into detail a little bit. So I told you about a few things already. So first of all, I will show you the hybrid blockchain. So a hybrid blockchain is a mixed blockchain. So it's proof of work, so that's the mining, and it's proof of stake, that's minting. That's done with the PLC secure boxes. And that protects against the so-called attack 51%. There is a patented PLC secure wallet, so that ensures absolute security. There is a super thin wallet, so that's an application on your smartphone. It's a light wallet, and your private key is there. So maybe you're familiar with the Bitcoin. So the private key is somewhere in a company. So here it's not in the PLC company. It's here on your either on your secure box or in your super thin wallet. So the private key is with you. It's a decentralized system. We will come to that in detail just now. There is the PLC secure box. What it means with the 10%, I will just tell you. And there is something I've never seen before, an offline wallet. You can do transactions even if you are not online. If you're online again, the transaction will be done automatically. So you can see there are already groundbreaking and very innovative technologies for us waiting. I would like to show you the page PlatinCoin.info. So here, if you type that in Google, you can see the blockchain is already running. So the mining is already working. You can have a look there. Here you can see the PLC wallets. So you will find that on the just normal App Store or Google Play. So that's ready. So when we start, it's there. The super thin wallet, so that is very high security standards. You will see that when we start. And there is the, as I told you, the PLC offline wallet. So you can do transactions even if you are not, for example, well, you're sitting in a plane, you are not online. You can do transactions. When you are online again, the transaction is done just automatically. All right, I would like to show you now the little device, the PLC secure box. So if you have one, and if that little box does the minting, you will get 10% of your coins annually. So that is counted every day. So just if you have, well, just say 10,000 coins in your wallets, you will get 1,000 coins just as an extra, just as a gift. I will explain that later to you again. So the PLC secure box. So mining is done by the servers, minting is done by the PLC box. So there are really high security standard. One point that is maybe interesting, it's environmentally friendly because of its low energy usage. It just needs an energy, well, it just needs energy like a smartphone. So the secure box works very fast, high speed. Transactions can be done within, well, under 1 minute. So the finishing of the block is just a few seconds. And if you're familiar with Bitcoin, transactions between two people can take sometimes hours or even days. So the usability in daily life is really important for dealing with a coin. And now you see why the new technologies are so important. So you know maybe the mining of just the old coin mining. So you need big farms with a lot of PCs. So we don't need that because of that invention. So that is really invented by the PLC Group AG, of their engineers, of their IT specialists, and it's patented. It's a patent. So there is stability. So it's a stable network, a decentralized network. On the next transparency, see the network. Well, here you can see the network of the PLC partners. Some people have got a secure box, some don't. So these not, you can see that here. And the secure boxes, they are like the nodes. Maybe you're familiar with Bitcoin mining. So usually the miners are a node. And so there are 19,000 nodes at Bitcoin. So here, we just about to start, but as far as I can tell you, the amount of the boxes are over 1,000 at the moment. So many people well wanted to have the promo, so they got, or they will get the boxes. So we have almost more than 1,000 boxes sold. So that means that system is really strong and fast already, even at the start. And the most important point is that it's decentralized, because they work as a bookkeeper. So that is like a node in Bitcoin, the Bitcoin mining farms. They do transactions between people. They are working like a bookkeeper, you could say. So that is a public ledger. So there is no admin or company in control. So that is really, really decentralized then. So you could say the more PLC boxes are there, the faster the transactions are done. So this little box works 24 hours, 365 days a year if you have one. So it's not connected to your PC, it's connected to the router, to the internet. That's all you need in combination with a server, a virtual server. And so because you do that, you have that little box at home, you will get 10% of your own coins as a reward of your bookkeeping in a decentralized system. So that's your reward, like a miner. So that is called minting. It's not mining, it's minting. Well, just as an example, just imagine you had 10,000 coins in your wallet. You would get 1,000 coins extra after 1 year as a reward. So as I said, it's calculated daily. And just imagine the coin starts at 10 cents and it will rise up until 10 euros or maybe 1,000. So you will get an extra of 10,000 coins. That could be quite a lot of money. So, well, how can you get a secure box? I will tell you just later. We come to that. Right. PLC is a very complex company. So there are different parts, like different puzzle pieces. So one puzzle piece is the social PLC network. So that is a community. It's like maybe you know LinkedIn or you know Facebook. Don't think it will become as great as Facebook, maybe like Xing or LinkedIn. So that's just a social platform, one puzzle piece. What can you do there? Of course, you can get in contact with other people. You can have promotion there for your company if you want. And you can have up to 100,000 friends. So you can be connected to well, 100,000 people, so-called friends. That may be interesting for business people. So business people can have business accounts and they can advertise very effectively their business company. And you know, it's very important if you're a business person to be connected to as much as possible people. So that is, I think, great that you can have up to 100,000 friends. You can use ad points, so they are included in the business packs. So that means advertising is free for you. You don't have to pay for that. You need to just take your ad points. So you know, on Facebook you have to buy advertising if you want to have paid advertising. So it always says sponsored. So here you get the ad points within the business packages, and you can just use them for your advertising. It's free for you if you're a PLC partner. Another thing I think it's really interesting. You get rewards, you get coins for postings, likes, and comments. So, well, just think about Facebook. How often do you like or comment posts? So here you will even get paid for it. Lastly, there is no spam, so the founders created a system to avoid spam, like in Xing, maybe you know that, or LinkedIn. That's a great idea. Who likes being spammed? Well, no one. All right. We will come to the next problem. Usually the crypto industry today has got. There are no real assets, so usually it's just a matter of speculation. And well, so here one part of the real assets are the PLC business. So that's a crowdfunding platform. So another puzzle piece of that complex company. And well, here the real assets are done by the crowdfunding platform, which helps prospective projects like startup companies, for example, to become high profitable businesses. So they help them to get into the stock market. They do investments into it. They help them to grow. And some of these projects can even become a part of the PLC Group AG investment portfolio. So you know that. So sometimes there are great ideas of startup companies, but they don't have money. So that is a combination of these two parts. So they get the money and the help, and the startups have got good ideas. So here you can see that you can even participate in that system as a PLC partner. So that's very interesting, a very interesting point. A PLC partner can participate in the selection of these projects, of these startups, by using voices, the so-called voices. So the voices are included in the business packs as well. So it's just like a vote. So if you see in the business part here, in the crowdfunding part, a good opportunity, a good idea, a good startup company, you can vote for them. And so the PLC Group AG sees, okay, so many people voted for that company, we have a closer look at it. So that's why you have voices. So you can participate, you can vote for it. Another puzzle piece, the PLC market. So, the exchange rate of the platinum is not only based on speculations in supply and demand, so it's also backed by all the profits and all the parts of the company. So, the business, the crowdfunding part, the social platform, and now the PLC market. So these are real assets that strengthens, that backs the coin and the company. So we have been talking about usability already. If a coin can't really be used to buy products and services, well, it's like a contradiction in itself. So if a coin should be there for everyone, you should really be able to buy something with it. And therefore there will be the PLC market, another puzzle piece of the PLC Group AG. So that is an online store inside the PlatinCoin crypto system. And I think it's absolutely necessary if you would like to create a digital currency that you have a marketplace, or that there will be acceptance places that people really take the coins, and in reward you get, well, services or products. And PLC will have one in a few months. So there will be the PLC market, as I said, an online store with the PlatinCoin within the PlatinCoin crypto system. It will not be a limited number of sellers, of course, so everyone who wants to join can do that. And products and services can be sold and bought with PlatinCoins, of course. So it will be a global sales market. Now we have come to the point that is really amazing. The circle of money will be closed, and an independency of banks will be realized. I think I've never seen that before in other businesses. So we come to the payment institution. First of all, the PLC payment institution is no bank. It's something like, maybe you know Payeer, ADV Cash, and something like that. And they're just about to have all the registrations done, so that will come soon in autumn. So you can see there is the market and there is the payment institution. So for example, you want to sell something. You need to buy, first of all, you need to buy it. Well, you buy it with fiat money, with dollars, euros, or wherever you live. Then you sell it. So in the payment institution, you can change your money back into your currency. So there's input and output of fiat currencies, for example. So that is what I call the circle of money is closed, and you don't have to fear that other payment institution close your accounts and your money is gone. So that, I think, is a really brilliant idea. So there will be co-branding cards you can use, top up of fiat and coins. And there will be even IBAN accounts for the clients, for us. So that is great. So that is coming up. And I think, so as the PLC market, so the PLC payment institution is a great idea. And they will come in a few months. PLC will inform us about their timeline. All right. one of the problems often is legality. So some companies are, no, don't talk about that. But here, the PLC Academy is proved and checked by different law firms, and it was successfully checked. So everything is fine, everything is legal. So we are playing absolutely legal fields. So that's very important for the PLC Group AG and for us as partners as well. That what we do is legal. So the products and services PLC sells are named a little bit differently. So what does the PLC Group AG sell? So they don't sell coins. So they sell educational material. There's an online platform learning educational materials. So they sell educational materials of professionals, for example, video lessons on relevant topics, blockchain, network marketing, digital currencies, and things like that. So the coins you get, they're just an extra, they're just for free. They're within the business packages. So they're not selling coins, they're selling business packages. So the coins are an add-on, an extra within the business packages. And secondly, PLC sells hardware, like the PLC box PLC secure box I was just talking about. So these two things, and that's why it is absolutely legal. So the PLC Academy and the PLC technologies, they are the key to solving the legality issues. Well, to summarize everything we have been talking about, you can see that transparency again, the 6 critical problems of crypto industry today we have been talking about. So there are disruptive technologies, patented things, new technologies within mining and minting, a huge community within the social platform. There are real assets in the PLC business, for example. If there will be a global sales market where you can use the coins, there will be a banking independence solved by the institution, PLC institution place, and they are really operating in a legal field. That is, for us as partners, maybe the most important point. Okay, where is the money from after all? All these things cost money. So where do they get money from? And that strengthens the real assets. First of all, we have been talking about the business packages. Of course, when partners buy business packages, money out of it. And there is a social platform, the network. They get revenues out of that when people have to buy advertising, premium accounts, business packages, and so on. So if they're not buying the business packages and they come from outside, they have to buy for that. They have to buy it. They have to give money for that. Within the crowdfunding platform, the business, so there will be revenues for the PLC Group AG because of the ads and transactions. If a startup company wants to join, they have to give fees, for example. And the marketplace, of course. So just imagine you could if you know eBay, for example, if you want to sell something, you have to give a little bit of money if you want to sell something. There are fees as well, transaction fees of the PLC payment institution. It's not here, but there are transaction fees within the PLC payment institution, of course. And we have got the real assets here. So, well, 45% of the revenues are invested into gold and other things. So that all strengthens the company and strengthens us as partners and strengthens the coin, of course. So you can see there are many external incomes, and PLC is not dependent on the linked MLM system. So the MLM system is just the advertising, the way of advertising the business to reach out into the world. All right, let's talk. I can show you the PLC index now. Let's talk a little bit about it. So that's a diagram of the PLC index, how the price or the value will rise within the time. Everything we have been talking about so far has got an influence, of course, on the PLC index. And PlatinCoin will cost 10 cents on the first day. You can see that here. It will start at 10 cents. If and how fast the PLC index will grow and go up depends on many different things, but be really aware of it can even rise within the first day because so many people joined. Over 50,000 people are in already. Many people bought already the PLC box and the PLC promo. Many people are filling their cash accounts at the moment, so it's very possible that the price will go up even at the first day. So be very quick on the first day, be there and buy your business packages as well as soon as possible, as fast as possible, I would say. Well, but not talking about the first day, just in general, the index just follows economical rules like supply and demand. There will be a limitation of supply, for example. There are only 100 million coins circulating, platin coins circulating. So this is a shortage. And this shortage will lead to a growth of value. So that's just an economical rule. So the real assets of the PLC Group AG will lead to a rise of value as well. And the usability in any way will lead to a rise of value. So that's guaranteed. And the entry to the exchanges in September, maybe October, exchanges, the stock market. So that entry will lead to a rise of value. I'm very sure about that. So you can see two different lines. So the upper line here, so that is the PLC index. And that line, the yellow line here, so that is the internal selling rate. So what does that mean? The internal selling rate. So that means if the PLC index is at a price of €1 here, the PLC Group AG will start to offer you to take your coins back into circulation. But you won't get the full price of the index here. So maybe we are here, and you don't want to have your coins anymore, or whatever happens, you will give it back. Maybe you bought it for 10 cents, and you give it back here. So you will get the internal selling rate. So it's always more than you have paid for it. Well, why does the PLC group does that? On one hand, it's a protection against attacks of big investors who want to influence the market. So big investors sometimes, maybe you know that of Bitcoin, they sell a lot of coins, they go back into circulation, the price falls, they buy it back for cheap money. So that is like a game, and they want to protect us and protect the PlatinCoin against these kind of attacks when investors want to influence the market and they want to manipulate the PLC index. On the other hand, the coins just go back into circulation. And well, at least if a person doesn't want to have them anymore, they just give them back to the company. I've never seen something like that before, so that a company itself says you can give it back if you want. So the price at the exchanges will never fall deeper than the PLC internal selling rate. So that's like a buffer. So it has something to do with the as well with the exchange markets, the stock markets. It's like a buffer, so it backs the PLC index, so it can never fall deeper than that. And I've never seen something like that, so I think that's a brilliant idea to have a buffer here. Okay, right. There are 5 boosters. 5 boosters that will catapult PLC or catapult the coins. Right. I told you already, the entry to the exchanges of the company and its parts, the different parts, the social platform, the business, and all these puzzle pieces. So the entry to the exchange of that company and the parts will be a great turbo button, a booster, I call it booster. So the own payment institution, that will be a booster when it comes, because that is something that is very unique. And the entry to the exchanges of the companies which are financed by PLC. So the startups maybe. So that will be a booster when they go onto to the stock market, when they enter the stock market. The own payment system, like the PLC wallet and the super thin wallet, they are both patented, like the PLC secure box. So just the patents on that things will boost the market, will boost the coins and the PLC Group AG. And the worldwide, we have not talking about that so far. So the worldwide crypto ATMs, they will come, the PlatinCoin cash machines, and they will be a booster as well, I think. Okay. Here you can see, well, that illustration just summarizes the business. It's a business model, and it summarizes the complexity of that company. First of all, we have the base here, the academy, with the videos and training material. We have got the marketplace, the online store. We have got the business, the crowdfunding platform, and the social platform, the community. So that is the base of the whole company. We have the columns here in the middle part. That is the payment institution. Here we have got the closed circle of payments, and the roof on top there is the investment portfolio. So here, and here we have got the crypto system PlatinCoin, the PLC index. So the crypto system, the PlatinCoins itself, they're just one part of it, and that is here the roof. All right, up to this point, you have got a lot of information about the company itself and about their different platforms and innovative technologies. Now we will come to the second part of the webinar. We are going to talk about how you as an active can participate and really earn money. So let's start with the purchase of business packs first. Here you can see the business packages. There are 5 different business packages. All packages you can see are netto prices. So it starts with the €5 beginner. There is a €50 trainee, a €250 student, a €500 specialist, and €1,000 professional. And here you can clearly see that you don't buy the coins. They are included in these business packages. Here you can see them. They're just as a gift. What do you get within one package? The software, of course. So that's the back office and the software. For a €5 package, you get 5 academy points. So that talks about how many videos you're allowed to watch for free. A certain amount of PLCs. So if you buy a business package on the first day with a value of 10 cents, the PLC index of 10 cents, you will get 50 PLCs. If the index grows and it goes up to 20 cents, so there won't be 50 PlatinCoins on top, so there will be 25. So that's why I said be careful on the first day, be quick. All right, what else? You get the voices, so that's for the crowdfunding platform. You can vote for certain startup companies and ad points, advertising points, so that here you can have free advertising in the social platform. All right. So there will be some different ways of how you buy a package. So you buy them, for example, by using, well, maybe Payeer, ADV Cash. You can use Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think your sponsor or the person who invited you can just give you some details about that, how it works. So you can use payment institutions or Bitcoin or Ethereum. So you can see that the difference of the business packages is the amount, the number of these things. So you get for €5, you get 5 Academy points. For 50, you get 50 Academy points, and so on. So the Academy points, they don't, so they're just like that. The only thing that will change is the amount of PLCs, the PlatinCoins, because of the rise of the index. The system works like that. You always have to start to buy the beginner first. You start with the €5 on the first day. Whenever you start, first thing you do is if you want it, you buy a €5 package. So that means you are an active partner now. At least you have to buy one package, the first one. That is enough to be an active partner to get commissions in the commission plans. After that, you are able to purchase the next higher. You can get up to the 50, then you are able to buy the 250 and so on. But you don't need to. You can start with a €5 if you want. You always can buy all the packages 11 times. So you can have 11 €5, 11 50s, and so on. So if you add all these things 11 times, so it's around about €20,000 you can have at the beginning until we are at the stock market. I think it will be opened then, but so far it's only possible to have 11 5s, 11 50s, 11 250s, and so on. Don't forget that is netto, so you have to add the VAT, the sales tax of your country. Each package can be purchased 11 times, as I said. You don't need to, but it's possible. PLC gives you a 40 days cooling off period. So that means you have got 40 days time to think about it if you want to give the package back. But be careful, if you return the package back to the PLC Group AG, you are not able to buy another one within the next 6 months. So it's all said here, what I told you. Okay. As I told you, the amount of the included PlatinCoins depend on the internal selling rate on the platform. And that means if the price of one PlatinCoin is 10 cents, you will get 50 coins as a gift. Here, as I told you, the €5 beginner package, you get 50. But if the price will go up until 20 cents, for example, you will only get 25 PlatinCoins as a beginner, and so on. So it's the same in these packages. So the number of the PlatinCoins, they just they're determined by the internal selling rate on the platform. Okay, so let's come to star bonus. So that is quite interesting. So if you are a networker, if you want to have a downline, if you want to get commissions, so that is very interesting. Your first task could be become a top star leader and to get 11 levels of earnings. You have to fulfill 4 conditions if you want to be here. I'm just coming to that. And you receive bonuses. So I will explain it with that transparency, so that's easier. So now we are talking about active partners who at least bought a beginner package, a €5 package. A partner who thinks that PLC is a business to talk about. So if you tell someone about PLC and that person wants to become a PLC partner as well, he or she registers with your referral link, you will get commissions, you will get bonuses as a reward of your recommendation. And so the star bonus table looks a little bit complicated, but it's not. It's really easy. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 criteria you have to fulfill to get a certain amount of commissions. Let's start here. If here you can see the stars first of all. So it's a transparent star, it's a half transparent star, a full star, 2, 3, 4, 5-star level. So that's the highest level you can reach. So here is the dependence on how many business packs did you buy. If you just bought a €5, you are active and you are allowed to get 10% of the business packs of your direct partners. If you bought a €5 and a €50, you have got 3 active partners in your first line. So active means they bought a €5 package and they bought altogether your first line €250. So that's cumulated, so that's added. You will get 10% of the business packages of your first liners and 4% of your second line. So these are the partners of your partners. And so it just goes up. Here you easily see it's never higher than €250. Even if you want to become a 5-star top leader, the highest amount you have to have is €250. So the difference is in the 4 criteria, in the 3 criteria here. So for a 5-star top leader, you need 10 active people, 10 people who bought at least one €5 packet. Your first liners, your first direct line needs to have €10,000 altogether. And the total amount of turnover of the rest of your team should be 100,000. So you are allowed to have 11 levels commissions. And there is something that is really important. I need to say that now because we are still before the start. The PLC Group AG says everyone who joins before the start, and we are before the start now, of the pre-launch will not have to fulfill these 4 qualifications, or you should say these 3 qualifications, because you need to have a €5 package at least, and you will get 11 levels for about 8 weeks. So these criteria are not needed within the next about 8 weeks if you register before the start, and that's important. And registration is free, so I would say there's nothing to lose. So you could register if you are doing a little bit of networking, you want to get commissions. So 11 levels, that could be quite a lot of money. So after the about 8 weeks, so these criteria are there again. But within the 8 weeks, that could be a lot of money, and it helps you to grow here, to go up. So if you still think about it, just register for free and tell your partners if you're registered already. It's, I think, quite important information. I'm sure the person who invited you to this webinar will surely help you and guide you and support you in all these details. As I said, after that period of time, after that 8 weeks, the fulfillment of the conditions are activated again. So you will be taken to the rank you have already achieved and fulfilled. So maybe you're already here or there or here. So you go back to that and you start from here then. All right, the bonus system. So the bonuses and career achievements are saved. So that is I know other businesses, so they're not saved. So you always have to have new qualifications and new things you have to add every month. So here the bonuses are saved, the career achievements are saved. If you're there, you're there. You never fall back. So once you have reached it, you never fall back. And I think that's great. So you have, and it's not dependent on time. If you reach it in 1 month, in 2 months, in 2 years, so if you reach it, it's saved. You have got 2 different types of locations where your money goes to. So there is a cash account and there is a trading account. So there is a 70-30 rule, and I think that's quite fair. So 70% go directly into your cash account. You can do withdrawals of your funds to external wallets or other accounts. You can buy new business packages, so that is important for the star bonus. The star bonus is dependent on the cash account, and you can add fiat money. So everything you buy with your cash account will be added to your star bonus. It's not possible to have a trading account here. There's something that is very important. Transferring money to other users is denied. That prevents us of money laundering. So it's not legal. You're not allowed to do that. And so the PLC Group AG said from the beginning, no, it's denied, because we want to be on legal fields. So there is the cash account or the trading account. The trading account is just intended only to purchase new business packages. Again, it's not counting for the star bonus, but that is a great idea because everyone needs to do that. And so if you have got a downline, the trading account can really ensure you a passive and quite stable income, because everyone needs to do that. And so there will be a stable income for you. If you have got active partners, of course, in your downline. If you don't have a downline, of course, you won't get money out of that. There is a fast start bonus. I think that's another highlight. The fast start bonus is interesting for those of us who want to have a quick start with a big team. For those of us who want to get an extra bonus of up to 1,000 euros within 30 days. So how do you get the fast? After the first purchase of a business pack, the first time you buy a business pack, the time starts. So you have got 30 days to achieve a turnover of more than 5,000 euros by your direct partners, your first liners. So then the bonus will be 10% of your turnover, but maximum 1,000. So if your turnover is more than 5,000, you will get 500. If your turnover of your first liners is 10,000, you will get 1,000. If your turnover is even more, so you will never get more than 1,000 euro. So that's the maximum fast start bonus. So I think that's interesting for networkers. All right, we will come to the rank bonus, to the career. So you can have a career within the PLC Group AG. So that the second task, first of all, there is the star bonus, and secondly, the second task can be to achieve high ranks within the rank bonus. So you get rewards, you get extra money. All bonuses are one-time bonuses, and you only get it once. So if you achieved a rank, you will get it saved, and you will get an icon and a certificate for that. If you reached a rank, you can't lose it again. So there are always 2 conditions, 2 criteria you need to be that need to be fulfilled to achieve a rank or to achieve the next higher rank. So first of all, there is the turnover of your whole team. So it's not only your first liners, your direct partners, so it's the partners of your partners and their partners and so on. So that's the turnover. of all levels, and the rank of your partners. So the rank of your partners is very important here. So you see that teamwork is necessary. So we all start as a jade. So the team turnover is 1,000 euros, and you need to have 2 paid partners. That means at least they have to have €5 package. If you want to become a pearl, the next higher rank, you need to have a team turnover of 5,000 euro of all your team partners. And one of your direct partners needs to be a jade. So you will get your first 100 euro extra. As you can see, the turnovers increase. So they increase, but there is no time limit. So if it's done within a few months, it's okay. If you reach it after 2 years, it's okay too. So you never fall back. So it's not dependent on time. So your partners achieve higher ranks. You can see that here you need 1 jade, 2 jades, 2 pearls, 1 sapphire, 2 rubies, and so on. So that really means that teamwork and helping and supporting one another is very necessary. And if you want to be successful, your team partners need to be successful too. So you need to help one another. And so your first task should be to become a diamond. You will get an extra of 2,000 euros, and beforehand you got 1,500 and so on. Your second task should be help your partners to become diamonds too. Why? I'm going to show you just. Right, you can see the turnovers increase here as well as it before. But here is a change. There are no higher ranks than diamonds. So if you help your team partners to become diamonds, you achieve higher ranks. So if one of your team partner is a diamond, your total turnover is 250,000. You get an extra of 5,000 euros. If you have 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 5 diamonds, 10 diamonds, and so on, so you see that is quite a lot of money. So it's a one-time bonus, but that's really a lot of money. And the highest rank you can achieve is the platinum diamond. So it's a total turnover of 50,000 euros, but it's not dependent on time. So that really needs a little bit of time, I think, but it's not impossible to reach it. So if you're a good networker, that's not such a high rank or not such a high amount of money, because everything is cumulated and everyone is, there's a 60-30 system, not 60, 70-30 system. So 30% go back into the system, so that is added here. If you have 20 diamonds, you will get a reward, a bonus, an extra bonus of 1 million euros. So 70% go directly into your cash account, so that is 700,000 euros, and 30% go into the trading account. So you will get a lot of coins for that. And so that is the highest rank, the platinum diamond. So is it impossible to become a platinum diamond? I don't think so. If you're really excited now and you are convinced that the PLC Group is an amazing company, if you're, well, a supportive team player and ready to work hard for your aims, it's really not impossible. Here in the next transparency, that summarize all the network marketing parts. So we have been talking about the star bonus, the 11 levels. So to remind you, don't forget about the deactivated qualifications if you register before the start of the pre-launch now, and still a few days time. And we have been talking about the rank bonus. We have been talking about the fast start bonus. And you can see here a star car, star holiday, and star club. So that has something to do with the star bonus. So if you achieve a certain rank, you get a car of the PLC group, you get extra holidays, and you will be part of the star club. So PLC Group AG will give us more details about that later. Okay.